Chosen one, stop scrolling. This message is not random. Your spirit didn't stumble here by accident. There is a truth about you that has been hidden, even from yourself. And once you hear it, you will never see your life the same again. The moment you felt different. From a young age, you sensed it. You never fully fit into the world around you. Your thoughts went deeper. Your emotions felt heavier. You carried questions others never asked. That wasn't weakness. That was awareness awakening early. The weight you could never explain. You felt tired without reason. Emotionally heavy, even on good days. As if your soul has been holding something ancient. You carry grief that isn't just yours. Because your spirit has been trained through lifetimes of responsibility. The hidden identity you were never told. Chosen ones are not born loud. They are born observant. You were designed to see behind masks, systems, and illusions. That's why lies disturb you so deeply. Your spirit recognizes truth even when your mind doubts it. Why your life was never easy. If you were meant to be ordinary, your path would have been simple. But resistance followed you everywhere. Delays, betrayals, isolation. Not punishment, preparation. Pressure creates clarity, and clarity creates leaders of light. The loneliness of awakening. When you began waking up, people drifted away. Conversations felt shallow. Noise felt painful. You weren't becoming antisocial, you were becoming aligned. Not everyone can walk with someone who sees beyond the veil. The signs you tried to ignore. Your intuition speaks loudly. You sense danger before it arrives. You feel energy in rooms, people, and silence. Your dreams feel prophetic, symbolic, intense. These are not coincidences, they are confirmations. Why society tries to silence you. A chosen spirit threatens systems built on fear. Your authenticity disrupts control. That's why you were labeled too sensitive, too much, or lost. They weren't describing you. They were revealing their discomfort with your light. The battle inside your mind. Self-doubt became your greatest enemy. You questioned your worth, your sanity, your calling. That internal war was intentional. If you forgot who you were, you wouldn't rise. But notice you're still here. The strength you do recognize. You survived what should have broken you. You healed without closure. You kept your heart open after betrayal. That's not normal strength. That's spiritual resilience. The awakening that can't be reversed. Once your eyes open, they never fully close. You see patterns, cycles, truth. You crave purpose over comfort. You can no longer pretend. Your soul refuses to shrink again. The reason you're watching this now. This message found you because you're ready. Ready to stop doubting. Ready to remember. Ready to reclaim the parts of you were taught to suppress. Your awakening is not coming, it's happening. The call you've been running from. You are not here to blend in. You are here to illuminate. To heal through presence. To lead through truth. To exist as proof that light still walks this world. Step into who you really are. Stop apologizing for your depth. Stop dimming your intuition. Stop explaining your soul to those committed to misunderstanding you. You were chosen because you can handle what others cannot. And now it's time to stand in it. If this message touched something deep inside you, honor it. Like this video to claim your awakening. Subscribe to Chosen Wave if you know your journey isn't ordinary. Comment below, when did you first realize you were different? Your spirit has been carrying more than you think, and now you remember. The ancient memory stirring inside you. There are moments when something old wakes up in you. A knowing without logic. a familiarity with truth you were never taught. That is your spirit remembering what it carried before this life. You are not learning, you are recalling. Why your emotions feel so intense. Chosen ones don't feel lightly. You absorb pain, joy, and energy deeply. Crowded places drain you, silence heals you. It's because your spirit is tuned beyond the surface world. You were built to feel what others avoid. The sensitivity they mocked. They called you too emotional, too serious, too deep. But sensitivity is perception, not weakness. You notice shifts others miss. That's why your presence alone can change a room. The burden of seeing through people. You see intentions before actions. You sense lies beneath smiles. You feel when energy changes. This gift isolated you, but it also protected you countless times. The cycles you were forced to break. You were born into patterns meant to end with you. Generational trauma, unspoken pain, silent suffering. Your awakening is the interruption. Why rest never feels like enough. Sleep doesn't always restore you. Because your exhaustion isn't physical. Your spirit has been working overtime. Healing, protecting, carrying others. You were doing spiritual labor before you understood it. The reason you question everything. You don't accept surface answers. Religion, systems, traditions, you examine them. Truth matters more to you than comfort. That curiosity was planted on purpose. Blind followers don't awaken worlds. The inner fire that refuses to die. Even in your darkest moments, something stayed alive. A spark, hope without evidence, strength without support. That fire is your calling refusing to go out. Why you attract narcissists and leeches. Light attracts the unhealed. They sensed your empathy, your patience, your forgiveness. Those lessons taught you boundaries, not bitterness. The silence period you did understand. There were seasons when nothing moved. No progress, no clarity. Just waiting. That silence wasn't abandonment. It was alignment behind the scenes. The spiritual armor you built in pain. Every betrayal sharpened your discernment. Every loss strengthened your intuition. Every disappointment trained your spirit. You weren't being destroyed. You were being equipped. The truth about your delayed life. You felt behind. Others reached milestones faster. But timing is sacred for chosen paths. You weren't late. You were being protected from premature exposure. The voice inside that won't let you settle. You tried normal. You tried small dreams. Your soul rejected them. That restlessness is divine dissatisfaction. You were never meant to live quietly. The fear that rises before breakthrough. Right before clarity, fear intensifies. Doubt gets louder. Old wounds resurface. That's not failure approaching. That's expansion demanding courage. The energy shift you're feeling now. Something has changed recently. You feel lighter, yet more alert. Detached but aware. That's because the fog is lifting. Your perception is stabilizing at a higher level. The role you're stepping into. Not a savior. Not a martyr. But a signal. Your life is a reminder to others of what's possible. You awaken people simply by being real. The responsibility of knowing. Once you see truth, you can't unsee it. You become accountable to your soul, to your integrity, to your alignment. Awakening isn't comfort, it's commitment. The strength in choosing yourself. You learn to walk away, to say no, to protect your energy. That wasn't selfishness. That was spiritual maturity. The moment everything begins to make sense. One day the pieces align. The pain, the waiting, the losses. You realize none of it was random. Your spirit was being shaped. And you are closer now than ever before. The separation that was necessary. Some connections had to break. Not because you failed, but because they couldn't go where you're going. Elevation requires release. And your soul chose growth over familiarity. The guilt you carry for outgrowing others. You felt bad for changing, for needing distance, for choosing solitude over chaos. But guilt is a residue of old versions dying. You are not abandoning them, you are honoring yourself. The way your body responds to truth. Your body reacts before your mind understands. Tightness when something is off. Calm when something aligns. Your nervous system is spiritually intelligent. Listen to it, it has saved you more than once. The discomfort with surface-level living. Small talk drains you. Performative happiness feels fake. You crave meaning in everything you do. That's because your soul operates in depth. You were designed for substance, not distraction. The internal rebellion against control. You resist being boxed in. Labeled, managed. Rules without meaning suffocate you. This isn't rebellion for ego. It's your spirit rejecting cages. The times you felt spiritually attacked. Sudden sadness. Heavy thoughts without cause. Doubt that didn't feel like yours. Awakened spirits feel energetic resistance. Not everything you feel originates from you. The protection you didn't notice. Near misses. Delayed plans that saved you. Intuitive pauses that changed outcomes. Something has been guiding you quietly. You were never as alone as you thought. The difference between you and the crowd. You don't seek validation. You seek alignment. Approval never satisfied you. Peace did. That's the mark of a sovereign soul. The emotional maturity forced on you early. You had to grow up fast. Hold yourself together. Be strong when no one noticed. That early pressure built spiritual muscle. You were trained before you were chosen. The way pain turned into insight. You didn't just suffer, you learned. You observed patterns. You understood people. Pain became wisdom in your hands. That transformation is rare. The detachment that scares others. You can love deeply and still let go. You don't cling. You don't beg. That confuses people. But detachment is power, not coldness. The season of internal rewriting. Beliefs collapsed. Identities dissolved. Old definitions stopped fitting. That inner chaos was sacred. You were rewriting yourself from the soul outward. The pull toward purpose over pleasure. Temporary highs lost appeal. You crave fulfillment, not escape. Meaning over numbness. That shift signals readiness. Your spirit is done wasting energy. The quiet confidence growing in you. You don't announce it. You don't need to. You feel grounded in who you are becoming. This isn't ego. It's self-trust finally forming. The awareness that you can't go back. Old versions feel foreign now. Old environments feel heavy. You've crossed an invisible line. There is no return to sleep. Only forward into clarity. The stillness before expansion. Things feel calm, almost paused. That's not stagnation. That's gathering energy. Creation rests before it moves. And you are about to move differently. The recognition you've been waiting for. Not from the world. From yourself. You are beginning to see your own worth clearly. Without comparison. Without permission. The alignment that changes everything. Choices feel simpler now. Your yes and no are clean. You honor your energy. This alignment is power, and it is only the beginning. The truth settling deep inside you. You were never broken, never lost, never behind. You were becoming, and your spirit always knew the way. The sacred anger you were afraid of. There is anger inside you that isn't toxic. It's ancient. It rises when truth is violated. You were taught to suppress it. But this fire exists to protect your soul, not destroy it. The times you felt misunderstood on purpose. People heard your words but missed your meaning. They reduced your depth into labels. That wasn't accidental. Surface minds can't translate multidimensional truth. You were speaking a language they haven't learned yet. The inner child that never left you. You still carry innocence, curiosity, a quiet hope, despite everything you endured. That purity is your power source. The way you process time differently. You feel moments fully. You sense cycles closing. You know when something is over before it ends. Your awareness moves ahead of the clock. That's why patience feels unnatural to you. The fear of your own potential. At times, you shrink intentionally. Not because you're weak, but because you know what happens when you fully step in. Visibility brings responsibility, and you've been preparing to hold it. The lessons hidden in rejection. Every time you weren't chosen, you were redirected. Closed doors spared you from distortion. Rejection refined your path. You weren't overlooked. You were being protected from misalignment. The pattern of sudden endings. Things ended without explanation. People disappeared. Plans collapsed overnight. Those abrupt endings were spiritual interventions. Your spirit refuses to stay where growth stops. The heightened awareness of energy. You feel when something drains you. You notice when something lifts you. Energy speaks louder than words to you now. This sensitivity is calibration. You are tuning into higher frequencies. The role of solitude in your becoming. Alone time wasn't loneliness. It was integration. You needed space to hear yourself again, to untangle external voices. Solitude rebuilt your inner authority. The discomfort around inauthenticity. You physically recoil from fake environments. Forced smiles. Empty ambition. Your body rejects lies now. Truth has become your baseline. If this message woke something inside you, don't ignore it. This is your moment to claim who you are. Tap like right now to lock in this awakening. Subscribe to Chosen Wave if you know your path was never ordinary. And comment below, what was the first sign that made you realize you were different?